Hello traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we are going to be looking at an incredible tool for price action traders, and the tool we are going to be looking at is the Price Action Toolkit Indicator. Okay, Price Action Toolkit Indicator. So this is the indicator we're going to be looking at in this video. All right, it's quite an effective indicator, though. You can see that it identifies important levels on the chart. All right, so if you rely on market structure, support and resistance, and key breakout levels, then this indicator can be a valuable addition to your trading toolkit. As you can see for yourself, it automatically plots break of structure, that is BOS. It automatically plots break of structure and change of character. Change of character is the CHOCH. So it automatically plots the BOS and the CHOCH signals on the chart. Okay, and it helps you to analyze market trends and reversals with ease. Plus, it identifies key support and resistance levels, right? You can see that it identifies key support and resistance levels on the chart. Okay, giving you a clear view of how price is reacting in real time. All right, but before we jump in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful strategy breakdown. Strategy breakdown. So if you don't want to miss more strategies, then just ensure that you subscribe and your notifications are turned on. Okay, let's get started real quick. The Price Action Toolkit Indicator in Tradingview is designed to help traders understand market structure by automatically plotting key price action signals. Okay, so here is what it does. As for break of structure signals, the BOS signals, they show when price is confirming a trend continuation. You can see here, for example, we had a little bit of a range, yes, around here, and then finally there was a break of structure. You can see the indicator identified the BOS. So we had a breakout to the upside, and well, this was a very good buying opportunity. If you had entered a buy trade around here, setting stop loss below the swing low, obviously, and then you can just target a risk to reward of 1 to 2, and you can see you would have caught a good number of pips. So this would have been a good trade. Yeah, should have really been a good trade. All right, then you can see that the indicator also gives us signals for change of character. Okay, it also gives change of character signals. It highlights potential trend reversals before they happen. Okay, you can see that here we had a change of character signal. This was after this buy trend rounded up. Okay, we can see that the buy trend ended and we had a breakout to the downside, a retest, and you can see here we had a change of character signal, right? So if you had entered a sell here, even though that the sell move did not last for long, yeah, it didn't exactly last for long, but at least perhaps you would have caught a couple of pips. You'd have caught some pips before a breakout to the upside happened again. You can see that's the reason why it's good to use trend lines. Always use trend lines in addition to the signals given onto you by whatsoever indicator you are using. So you will see that the sell lasted for a while, and then we had another break of structure. You can see we had another breakout. We actually had another breakout to the ups. This time around it was a breakout to the upside. Okay, we had a breakout to the upside. This break of structure that was identified here eventually ended up not being accurate, because you can see that it was meant for a sell, but the move was very little, very little, and then we had a reversal, and you can see there was a breakout to the upside. So if you are using your trend lines, you will notice that this was a red flag for you to remain in a sell position. So if you had entered a sell around here, then this would have been a good time to exit your sell. At least you'll be exiting in maybe break even or a little bit of a profit. Okay, then you will notice that this indicator also, identifies support and resistance levels. You can see these levels that are identified by the indicator. You can see these are important levels on the chart. All right, so this tool removes the guesswork from analyzing price action, making it easier to spot high probability trade setups. So let us just quickly break down how to use the Price Action Toolkit Indicator to analyze market structure. Let's just talk a little bit about BOS and CHOCH. So basically, a break of structure happens when price moves beyond a previous high or low, confirming that the trend is continuing. Okay, so in an uptrend, a break of structure above the last high signals that buyers are still in control. In a downtrend, a break of structure below the last low confirms bearish momentum. All right, then now let's talk about change of character. A change of character occurs when price fails to continue the trend and reverses direction. Okay, we can see that we initially had a sell trend here, right? And then at some point you can see that we had a change of character signal, and before you know it, there was a bullish reversal. So this is a key signal that the market structure might be shifting from bullish to bearish, or vice versa. A change of character above resistance could indicate the start of a bullish move, while a change of character below support might suggest a bearish reversal. Okay, so now let us just put everything together into a simple trading strategy using the Price Action Toolkit Indicator. First of all, you should identify market structure. Okay, check if the market is in an uptrend or a downtrend using the BOS and CHOCH signals. Then watch for key price action signals. Look for BOS signals to confirm trend continuation. Then watch for CHOCH signals near support or resistance to catch early trend reversals. All right, and then finally you can enter your trade with confluence. If a CHOCH forms at a key resistance, you can enter a short position. All right, if it forms around the key resistance, you can enter a short position. If a BOS confirms a breakout like what we had here, you can enter a long position. Okay, so use stop loss accordingly. Okay, use them properly. You can use a stop loss below recent support for a buy trade, or above recent resistance for a sell trade. Okay, in order to apply proper risk management. So there you have it. The Price Action Toolkit Indicator in Tradingview is an essential tool for traders who rely on market structure analysis, BOS and CHOCH signals, and also support and resistance levels. So by combining these elements, you can improve your trade entries, spot high probability setups, and gain more confidence in your strategy. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more powerful trading content. Drop a comment below and let me know, have you used the Price Action Toolkit Indicator? What is your experience with it? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trading.